It's Isabel. So today I have a video all about dealing with negative friends and family, negative people who are close to us that we can't necessarily just cut out of our life or just ignore, like we can online bullies or people at school or people at work, or people that you don't have close contact with every day or who you depend on. A lot of you guys ask me how to deal with family members not supporting your dreams or your goals or your relationships, or friends who are just Debbie Downers and just tell you everything you do sucks or is wrong or whatever. And trust me guys, I've dealt with this a lot in my life, unfortunately, with very close family members, and I can't necessarily just say screw you, I don't want to deal with you anymore, or I hate you or anything. A lot of times these are the people we love, and we love them unconditionally, and even though they might treat us like crap, we're still going to love them. Even if they don't support us 100%, we're still going to have a soft spot for them, so we can't necessarily block them out. Although if you do have an extreme case of just an abusive, horrible family member or friend, by all means, you don't need abuse or hate in your life, and being as far away from those people as possible is going to give you a much better quality of life. So if you feel like you're in a terrible, awful, abusive relationship, please get out. Don't take any abuse, mental, physical, verbal, sexual, any kind of abuse. You don't need to take it. These are not negative people, these are people who are hurting you, and you don't need that in your life. But that being said, I just want to help you guys. You're dependent on your parents and you live with them and you have to deal with their negativity. They don't support what you're studying, they don't support your business, they don't support your relationship, they don't support your plan for life. Maybe your best friend is just really beating you down and telling you you can't do anything, or just making you feel bad. So this is for those of you who have a plan and have goals and have a lifestyle that you wish to live, but the people around you are just bringing you down and you can't be positive because you're always surrounded by negativity. I talk about a lot being an empath, and people around me do get to me. Although I'm not perfect at just ignoring and blocking out the negativity, I have worked on it quite a bit, and I feel really good about how I handle these things. A lot better than I used to. I used to really let the negativity get to me. Now I don't. That being said, enough chit chat, let's get on with the first tip. So my first tip is to get clear on your goals and your path and your dreams in your life. Question, why do you want this in your life? Whatever it is that your friends or your family are so opposed to and you need it in your life, whether it's a positive state of mind, whether it's a new job or this kind of home or this kind of car or this kind of whatever it is, whatever the decision it is that you're trying to make, that your family is not cooperating with, or your friends or whoever just doesn't believe in you or doesn't believe that this is the right thing for you, ask yourself, be clear on why it is that you want it and why it's so important, and is it really good for you in the long term? Because a lot of times we don't like people to go against us. We love support. Humans naturally want support. Humans are naturally about family and a unit and people, a support group and a network. So when people around you or just anyone in general doesn't support you, ask maybe why don't they support you? Maybe it's not the best thing for you. But if you're 100% sure and you know like this is not just an emotional thing that I just want to go against everyone, and it's not just an emotional spur of the moment kind of thing, but I know this is going to help me in the long run, and I know this is the right person for me, regardless of emotion, looking at it from a more rational standpoint, then by all means, focus on it. Focus on it 1000%. A lot of times people get to us because the foundation that we're on is shaky. It's not a tough foundation, like your belief systems or why you choose to do a certain thing or why you're with a certain person. A lot of times we're doing things and we don't know why. So ask yourself, what is your why? Why is it that you have chosen this path, and why does it bother you so much that people aren't going along with it? Or why is it that people aren't going along with it? A lot of times our friends and family, we might think that they're being negative with us, when in reality they're probably not. They're just looking out for us and they want the best for us, which is why a lot of people use tough love on you. Maybe it's not the right thing for you or the right person for you or the right decision for you. So that's why you have to think, hey, let's look at it from everybody else's standpoint. But if it is good for you in the long run and you know this business idea is going to work, or maybe it's not going to work, but you really want to try it, by all means, do it. Always do it and focus on what it is that you want 1000%. Look at all variables, all viewpoints concerning this decision or whatever it is that people are being negative about and consider it. And when you know this is for you and you're like, I'm not gonna let the naysayers tell me this isn't gonna work, or people who are just straight up negative, then go for it and focus on it. Focus on that. It's so important. Whatever you want, whatever you're trying to achieve, to focus on it 1000%, because that is how it's going to work. And it's going to take time for things to work out, for businesses to grow, for people to get their degrees, for people to get their careers going, for people to earn money. It's going to take time, and that's one thing you need to have is patience. No matter how bad the negativity is around you or the bad vibes are around you, you have to keep going. Don't let that deter you from your goals. But be smart about everything and think about things. But don't overthink things, and don't allow your negative people around you to deter you from your dreams. If this is your dream, if this is your goal, go for it. Don't allow it to deter you. My second tip is don't argue. And I know it's so tempting to argue and defend yourself. I know a lot of people who are like, I can't just be quiet and just let people tell me I'm wrong, or to let people tell me what I'm doing is wrong or that I'm wrong. I have to defend myself, and I completely understand, but understand that there are people who are going to insult you and belittle you, and at that point you have to ignore them. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your best friend, your significant other. They're going to insult you or belittle you or tell you you're wrong. You have to ignore them. You have to say, okay, you're right. Because there's also people who just feed off of the fighting and feed off of the negativity and feed off of getting you worked up and getting you upset because they like it. They feel power over that. A lot of people are just power, ego, megalomaniacs, and they just want to control you. People can only get you mad if you allow them to. And don't allow people to have that power over you. If you say, oh, I feel like crap because so-and-so made me feel that way. No, stop. So-and-so didn't make you feel that way. You allowed them to make you feel that way. You allowed them to get to you. So a good way to stop that is, and this is what I got from that book, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, which I recommend to you guys a lot. She says that whenever you're like in a fight or you're dealing with family members or a father that you don't speak to for years, you have to talk with him and you dread it. It's always good to tell yourself something like in your head, like, I'm a fluffy bunny, or I'm a nice, sweet, fluffy bunny, because a lot of times anger causes us to do things. Anger and resentment and hatred just causes us to do things and react in a bad way that could give us negative outcomes. So when you're heated and it's in the moment and someone is yelling at you or arguing with you or insulting you, go back to that. Tell yourself, I'm a fluffy bunny, I'm a fluffy bunny. And you'll see, it actually works. That's a great thing. I have been using that lately. It works. But just say it in your mind and say it in the heat of the moment, or start counting. Count to 10 in your head. Take a breath. Don't allow people to get to you in that way. So arguments, stay away from arguments, stay away from fighting. It makes things a whole lot easier. When people see that they don't get a reaction out of you, they're gonna leave you alone. A lot of people just like to instigate, play devil's advocate, because they like to push your buttons, get on your nerves. So you just gotta let it go and just, okay, that's fine. And they're gonna keep going, they're gonna keep going, they're gonna keep pushing, gonna keep saying this, and be like, you're right. Arguments take away from our positive energy. And usually when people get mad, it's because they're defensive. Maybe it's just frustration you get mad about because somebody doesn't believe you. But whenever you get mad, it kind of shows a sign of weakness to other people. People who are cool and calm and whatever, yeah, those people have a lot more power over others than those that yell and scream and get angry. Chill out. Calm down, don't fight, don't argue. Number 3 is super, super important, guys, and that is to stay close to the positive people in your life, to the good, happy, supportive, smiling, I'm happy for you people in your life, because you probably have those type of people in your life. Maybe they're not super close to you, they are your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors. Stay close to those people. Chit chat with those people often. Get their good vibes. A lot of people, they're just full of good vibes. They're genuine. There's a lot of good people out there. Don't think that everybody's bad and looking out for themselves. I know there's a lot of happy, good people out there. And those are the type of people that you need to associate with. Spend less time with the negative people, even if you live with them, even if you have every single class with them, or they sit next to you, you know, start sitting somewhere else, or just stop spending so much time with them. And if they confront you about it, just say, I'm sorry. I feel a certain way, and I don't know if you and I are gonna mesh well. I don't wanna fight with you, so it's better that we have our separate time. They're probably not even going to confront you about it, but just in case they do, just be honest and say, I'm sorry, I just need my time, my space. And always stay close to your inspiration. Whatever inspired you, let's say people are talking about your business goals or your YouTube channel. I've had people tell me stuff about my YouTube channel, yet here I am. Stay close to those things. Don't let people's negativity deter you from doing what you love or doing what you love to study. If you love to travel, don't let people tell you, oh, it's dangerous, it's this. There's danger in everything. People get killed when they're sitting inside their home on a Tuesday afternoon. There's danger in everything. There's always going to be a negative side to everything. But if we allow people's negativity, their fears to stop us or deter us, we're not going to live a fulfilled life. It's better to die doing what you love than just staying at home and never making anything out of your life. Or being complacent in a relationship. Or being complacent with whatever it is that people have told you have to be complacent with. Life is just so full of adventure and moments that we should seize. Carpe diem, guys, seize the day. You need to go to those things that inspire you, that set your soul on fire, or those people who inspire you. Negative people are gonna slowly, if we allow them to get into our life and influence us, they're gonna slowly push us away from those things, and we're gonna start seeing what we love as something negative. So stay close to what you love, stay close to the inspiration, and surround yourself with good, positive people. Watch videos on YouTube of positive people. Watch happy movies. Just stay close to the positivity, guys. Don't allow yourself to sink in, get into the negativity. Stay close to what makes you happy and inspired. Tip number 4 is so important, especially if you depend on those people who are negative towards you, and that is to work towards independence. And I get a lot of people who are like, I have overprotective parents, I have parents that are really negative, or my mom always fights with me, this and that. And a lot of times this is because you live under their roof or they control you financially. And I know this isn't doable and it's easier said than done, trust me, but being financially independent is freedom. Money is freedom. People like to say negative things about money, greed, whatever. I'm not saying be greedy, but if you really want to have your freedom in this world, you have to be financially independent. If you live with somebody else or you depend on somebody else, either emotionally, financially, whatever, you're always going to be at their mercy. I mean, obviously, if you're depending on somebody and they're really great, supportive people, this has nothing to do with you. By all means, if you need to depend on somebody, you need help from somebody, depend on them. It's fine. But if you're dealing with negative people who don't support your dreams, don't support your goals, don't support what you're doing in life, as long as it's good things that you're doing and things that are helping you grow, by all means, work your ass off to get out from under their thumb. As much as you want to say this isn't true or you don't want to believe it, but as long as somebody has this kind of financial control, emotional control, whatever kind of control over you, they're going to influence you. And you can't really tell them no, because they can threaten to cut you off. Maybe it's good that they threaten to cut you off. Maybe it's good that they cut you off, because that means that you will be more independent. When you're more independent, you're more responsible. You're going to work towards your dreams and your goals. So get your own place, get independent, make your own money, support yourself as much as you can, because I know hard times out there, guys. I'm not living in a sunshine and rainbow place, but you can manifest your dream life as long as you focus on abundance, focus on growth, and you'll get there. It might take time, but you'll get there. Kanye West's song says, wait till I get my money right, then you can't tell me nothing, right? And finally, my last tip is something I am 100% all about. Keep your plans, your dreams, your relationships, keep them quiet. Shh. Don't tell people just because you want to have their approval. Stop seeking approval from others, first of all. You shouldn't even be worrying about what others are saying about you or what they think. And don't keep things quiet because you're ashamed of them or because what you're doing is wrong or that you're embarrassed or anything. Keep it quiet because people with their negativity are going to ruin it. And if they don't know anything about it, they can't say anything about it. Your relationship, your new job, your new business venture, even if you're like changing your major, keep it quiet. Don't announce everything to the world, especially if they're people who are negative. I mean, if they're positive people and they're going to bring you up and help you achieve your goals and your dreams, by all means, tell those people. Tell those people who have always supported you. And I'm like that. I like to keep my life private. I like to keep my private life private. I don't like to talk about a lot of things going on in my life because I feel like people are just going to have their opinions and send negative energy towards me, which I don't want. Don't send your negative energy towards me. I don't want it. Better to just be low-key, do things quietly, and when things are working and you make your business and your business is booming, then they'll know about it and you'll be successful and they'll say, oh, I supported you from the beginning, this and that. You're gonna be like, no, you didn't. But that's fine. We're not holding grudges here, guys. Not at all. We are living a positive and good life. We don't need to tell anyone. Alright, guys, so I hope this video helped you. If it did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. and I would like to hear your comments down below, your experiences. I read through all your comments, even if sometimes I'm not able to answer them. I read them and I love them. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I just needed the inspiration to come back. It took a few days off and I went on a trip, so I've been gone for a little bit, but I am back and we're going to go back to our regular schedules, upload 70 something days until 2018, so we're coming upon some changes, which is great. Change is good. I'm happy to make any journey with you guys. I love you guys so very much. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos from me and to join this beautiful, lovely, positive community. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And special thanks to my Snap fam because you guys are the best. I was like in a horrible mental funk a few days ago and you guys just inspired me and sent me the best, most amazing snaps, and you guys inspire me daily, so thank you. If you're from Snapchat, let me know down below. And always remember that no matter who you are in life, no matter what you look like, no matter what your friends, your family might say that's wrong with you or that you're not good enough, doesn't matter. Your true beauty, your true worth, and your true power always come from within. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.